and welcome to Roos Kitchen and Garden. I've just come back from my gym and I'm going to go to the kitchen to cook. So today I'm going to make a very healthy chicken recipe. It's called spinach and chicken. You know, when you're working out, you also want to eat healthy. You're in a calorie deficit, and when you're in a calorie deficit already, you should also look at eating things which are good and nourishing to the body. So I'm eating this. I'm making this spinach chicken, which is full of obviously protein, fiber, vitamins. So I'm making it with very less oil. If you want to cook it, if you're watching your weight also like me, you can also make it in very little oil. But if you want to make it for a party or a get together, then you can use ghee instead of oil. So it's a very easy recipe, but it's very yummy to be eaten with chapati, fulka, roti, paratha, whatever you want to eat it with. I am going to eat it with 50 grams of rice because, like I said, I want to lose weight. I am planning to lose 8 kgs by June. I'm saying it out here, so I hold myself accountable for that. So anyways, I hope you enjoy this recipe that we are making. Thank you for watching and supporting Roos Kitchen and Garden. Let's go to the kitchen and make this spinach chicken. So dry roasting here. 2 dry red chilies, spicy type. Half inch of cinnamon, 2 green cardamoms, small, so that the taste should not overpower, 1 small black cardamom, 1 teaspoon cumin seeds, and little more than 1 teaspoon coriander seeds. That's it, just dry roasting this, and then we'll grind this into a fine powder. Then here we have 3 small to medium sized onions, fine chop. I have 2 bunch of spinach here which I've washed. I'm gonna chop this into fine ribbon like things. You can use dry methi. I'm using 1 cup fresh methi, which again I'm going to fine chop. Then there is 1 whole chicken, oil to cook, and some masalas and salt, which I'll tell you while we are at cooking this spinach chicken. Some ginger, 2 garlic, so this much ginger, 2-inch maybe, and 2 so 1 small garlic, the Thai garlic, so you can take maybe 3 cloves of garlic, and 2 green chilies. Now you see the spices are not too much, not too many, so they're not gonna get ground into fine powder in this. So I'm adding a little salt so it aids in the grinding, little bit salt, and now we'll grind it. Sit. This masala is very fragrant and is ready. Now I'll cover it till further use. So I've switched on the heat of the gas. I've put the iron skillet. I'm going to add oil, and I'm going to add less oil because I'm watching obviously my weight. So you add maybe, if you want to, like, if you're not watching your weight, or if you're okay to indulge, then this recipe can be healthy and also can be made for normal party kind of food. So I'm adding oil. You can add ghee. You can add 2 tablespoons of ghee if you're not watching your weight. And then now, after the oil gets hot, I'm going to add onions. And like I said, these were 3 medium-sized onions. Now you let them become nice and soft and brown. Yeah, my chicken is also here. I'm going to need to cut these into a little more smaller pieces. So yeah, I'm adding little turmeric to this, 1 teaspoon, and giving it a nice mix. I also added a little bit of salt so my onions go softer faster. Okay. When you add too much oil, or when you add enough oil or ghee, it's easy because you're going to make it brown. It's also tastier, but we are looking for health over here, so it will take time and little more patience to make these onions nice and brown. Okay. Your onions are nice and soft here, but not brown yet. But I'm adding the ginger, garlic, and green chili paste, so that the rawness of the ginger, garlic, and green chili paste also goes away while the onions are frying, or onions are cooking to nice and brown. If like me, you're also cooking in less oil and it's sticking to the pan, don't be shy to sprinkle some water in the pan. Now the onions look a little brown and very soft. I'm going to add my chicken to this and coat it well, and then cover it so that the chicken leaves its own water. Okay. So now we mixed all the chicken together really well with the onions. No water has been added. So, and now we've covered it with a pan or a parat or a plate full of water. So the chicken leaves its own water, its own juices. Okay. And that's it. Maybe it will take another 5 to 7 minutes. The gas is on medium high or medium low, whatever you feel like. This is a weird gas. The flame is shaking everywhere. I'm going to move it to the other one. But yeah, so no water is added. The chicken will now start cooking, or chicken will start leaving its own juices. Now let's see if the chicken has left its water. Yeah, it has. Nicely, the water has come out. Give it a mix. Yeah. Okay, let's give it a nice mix. And then this water you see here, which is now boiled, let's add that water inside and let the chicken cook. Now don't add too much water because we're also going to add spinach later. So we'll just add a little bit of that. Will you help me? We'll add this water inside and let the chicken boil off first. And I'll tell you when to stop, okay? It's not a lot if you see. Yes, enough. So let's just add this. We've added this water. Now we'll give this chicken a nice mix and again we'll cover and keep. So now we added our hot water. Now we covered our pot and now we'll let the chicken boil. In 5 minutes, I'm going to just let the chicken get slightly cooked. In 5 minutes, I'm going to add the spinach and the methi into this wok. Okay, now you see there is just enough water which is coating the chicken well. That is when you know that you have to add your spinach and your methi. You can add kasuri methi if you don't have fresh methi. I had, so I added. Okay, now we'll add all the spinach and the methi. Why I said that you should have just enough water is because obviously spinach is going to leave so much water, and this recipe or this chicken dish is not very watery. It's a little dry, which can be eaten with your roti, pulka, paratha, or also with rice. So don't make it very, very watery. So now again I will give it a nice mix and then I'll add my dry masala powder which is kept here. A mix. So then the spinach also touches the bottom of the pan. If you think that the spinach is too much, you cannot move, it's all going to spill, no problem. At this stage only just cover the pot, let the spinach wilt little bit and then it's easy to handle. But I think I can do this, so I'm going to do it. Yeah, and then it's been good 10 minutes and see how much water the chicken and the spinach has left. So chicken, as you know, abroad chicken doesn't take a lot of time to cook here, as opposed to how it takes back home. So it's not going to take too much time. Anyway, so I think this chicken is cooked, almost cooked. Now give it a nice mix once again, and right now it's just smelling nicely of chicken and spinach and a little bit of methi, but we are yet to add our masalas to it. So now you remember the masala powder the spices that we roasted and we made it into a powder along with some salt. I tasted it and just enough salt is required. That amount of salt is here in this masala. I'm going to add all of this masala because remember we added nothing else. We only added turmeric. So now we'll add this freshly roasted and ground masala which has dhania, this is coriander, cumin, coriander, cumin, cardamom green, cardamom black, cinnamon, and it also had 2 red chilies, dry, and it had salt. So mix it up very well. And then now, if your chicken is cooked or partially cooked or 80% cooked, then you cook it now. You leave it uncovered and cook it till the consistency you desire. But if you feel your chicken is not cooked or it is 60-70% cooked, then for 5 minutes close it and cook and then open the cover, okay? Because now your aim is to dry off the water. So I will do that. I will cook for another 2 to 3 minutes with cover and then I will remove the cover and try and dry the liquids in the pan. And this is how it looks. It's done.